Hi, everybody. My name is Vivian O, and I am a high school ceramics teacher in Anaheim, California. Today, we will be looking at the J. Paul Getty Center, which is located in Los Angeles, California. Here is an aerial photograph of the Getty Center, and as you can see, it's a very large space. It is located on top of a hill overlooking the 405 freeway. Here on the image to the right, there is a little trail, and the tram takes you up to this museum space. And on the campus itself, we have two gardens and a research institute, along with a library and changing exhibitions throughout the year. The area that's highlighted blue includes all the pavilions. It is arranged by time, themes, and it kind of guides the viewers and the visitors along this little journey throughout history. So J. Paul Getty was born in 1892, and then he passed in 1976. He comes from a family of really wealthy oil tycoons, and he was an avid art collector during his time. During when he passed in 1976, he was known as the richest man on earth, which I thought was pretty cool. So this image on the bottom is the Getty Villa. This is where he housed and eventually let the public view some of the art collection that he had collected. And it was open to the public in 1974. The image on the top is the Getty Center. His collection expanded along with the space, and it opened to the public in 1997. These two locations are about 25 minutes according to Google Maps. But if you're familiar with Los Angeles, there's always traffic. So it's about like an hour and a half, I would say. The space that we will be exploring today is the Getty Center and the resources it provides for the public. Now, the Getty is free. It offers free admission, and it is open from Tuesday through Sunday, and it's closed on Monday, which is typical for a lot of art museums. And though admission is free right now, they're requiring a timed entry reservation. Here is a mission statement from the Getty Center, which I took from the website. It reads, "The J. Paul Getty Museum seeks to inspire curiosity about and enjoyment and understanding of the visual arts by collecting, conserving, exhibiting, and interpreting works of art of outstanding quality and historical importance." Now, if you read the mission statement alone, there's a little bit of a connection with the elitist foundations of art museums, where these works that are aesthetically beautiful and of historical importance are housed and showcased. But here is a little comparison of the Getty Center and Wales Vision. Wiles Vision. In terms of public engagement and education, Weil believed that museums should be educational and it should actively engage with the public. The Getty Center's vision has an emphasis on public programs. It includes different lectures from guest artists, from people in the field, different workshops, family programs, and interactive exhibits for kids all the way through older audiences and from different backgrounds. In terms of accessibility, Weil's vision was for museums to be accessible both physically and intellectually for diverse audiences. The Getty Center offers free admission for all of its visitors, although parking is $25. And it has a lot of accommodations for people in wheelchairs and people who need a little bit more accessible ways to get around the museum. Weil also talked about the focus on the experiences of museum goers, that it should provide an enriching and thought-provoking experience beyond just viewing objects. And ooh, beyond just viewing objects. And the Getty Center showcases art, but also architecture for those enthusiasts, as well as gardens that are provide a very zen space for people to relax and enjoy themselves. They also offer tours while you're visiting the museum. You can choose to have a docent or be self-guided. And also they offer school visits. In terms of research and scholarships, Weil's vision was for research and public engagement to complement each other instead of overshadowing each other. And the Getty Research Institute does this along with the Conservation Institute. Both of these institutes strive to conserve, research, and educate the public on art, but also archaeology and architecture, even literature. And so let's go explore the website. All right, so here is the Getty Center's main website. If you go and click on the visit, it goes over some of the information I just shared about the center and the villa. Under what's going on, you can see different exhibits that are currently being held. And scrolling through this page, you can see there is a focus on history and culture, but also it shows a lot about like there's photography exhibitions, and in the villa right now, there's ancient Egypt and sculpted portraits. Their changing exhibits go through a lot of different themes and different types of artwork and periods in history. What I found interesting looking through their past exhibit and current, they do exhibit a lot of exhibitions that are very, very detailed, very specific. So this one is Dutch depictions of extreme weather, which I thought was interesting. It's very specific. Here on the Explore Art page, you can see different interactive resources that visitors can click on and interact with. So this one I'm clicking on is Gary, who a lot of his architectural spaces are around LA. And it's taking some time to load. but you can click and interact with some of his narration along with music performances. All right. Also under Explore Art, you can find different collections. You can find videos and talks, along with podcasts and teaching materials. And I will come back to the teaching materials at the end of this presentation. As far as research and conservation goes, here you can find different databases. And what I thought was very interesting, in their conservation realm, you can go and learn about different conservation projects that the Getty has hosted. And I was particularly interested in the mosaics conservation. And you can go into these sites and you can see, here we go, different collections, what they did in different languages, and where is it? Just what they are doing with civilizations around the world in history and in current times. And I like to look at the documentations of these research initiatives because, well, they're fascinating. And the Getty Center makes an effort to have an international kind of look on conservation and research and how the center itself and its exhibitions kind of tie into our current world internationally. Also, under research and conservation, you can find professional, oh, hold on, sorry. Wait. Under funding, you can look at different opportunities for grants. And what I was interested in was seeing the different types of internships and different types of opportunities for college students and graduates and people interested in the field of museum and just art in general to engage in. And so here under a graduate student researching, you can be placed in different areas like the curatorial team, education, conservation, research, publication, web, new media, public programs, digital projects, and grant making. So this is a very extensive list of different opportunities for people. And not only for people in the US, but people who are from out of the country as well. Okay, so back to exploring art. What I found interesting about what I found interesting and great about the Getty Museum is that it offers free admissions for school tours. And so teachers could bring their classes for free. And if you live within 30 miles of the museum, they also offer reimbursement for buses. During the school visits, teachers can bring their class on site or even virtual. And a lot of us live far from the museum. So down here, you can request a visit to the museum and it is completely free. You prep the students and get them visiting via Zoom. Now, under education, you can also see the different groups of people that the Getty tries to engage with. So here's resources for adult learners, college students, kids, families, youth, and K through 12 teachers. It also offers professional development for teachers, which you can do synchronously or asynchronously. And the Getty Museum also offers educational curriculum and teaching guides for art teachers, like a lot of us and myself. So on top here, you'll find different resources that are really wide in theme. So who's afraid of contemporary art? We could really adapt that to anywhere, to anyone. And as you scroll down, you can see resources for photography, for language arts, and they also include diverse perspectives from women depicted in art, also to Asian and European art. Going down, even ESL, and also incorporating things like poetry and different literature, symbols, storytelling. So a lot. I was interested in the ceramics resources here because I teach ceramics. And here you can see the different age group that it caters to. And if you click on the side, it gives you a breakdown of the entire lesson. Now, this one is in 4 lessons, and I was interested to see what else it offers. It goes through the lesson overview, the objective, a list of materials students will need for the particular project, all the way down to different steps and questions that you can ask students to get them to engage and collaborate and critically think about art. Here, it even tells you the different assessment strategies you can use, extensions, and a breakdown of the CCSS standards, the California Visual Arts Standards, and the national standards for visual art. And so there's a whole team of in the education department that really strives to engage with all sorts of different learners. Now, another interesting program they offer is the kids programs. Down here, I have 2 small children at home. So if you look at their calendar, there is a breakdown of different workshops. Again, it is free for its participants, from ceramic making to print making, creating masks, and talking about history, culture, and a lot of the different themes. It changes throughout the year, which I find really spectacular. And finally, what I want to share is that in the public programs arena, the Getty also offers talks by different historians, artists, along with performances and courses that people can take. Now, I really loved learning that they don't just focus on the visual art aspect, but they offer these different cultural events, especially incorporating music into their space along with theater, spoken word. And so that was a really short overview of the Getty. As you can see, there's a ton of things you can explore on this page, very interactive. Um, and they're really striving to be a museum that focuses not only on research and education, but also about engaging the public and making it accessible. Um, Although the location itself isn't too accessible to get to, um, all of its online resources and its engagement with teachers and even internationally, they're making an effort to make the space truly something that caters to diverse audiences. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you learned a couple things about the Getty and you take your time to go explore the site on your own. Thank you.